Ye are your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. Abode not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. He speak a lie, he speaketh of his own. This is just how he is. For he is a liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you believe me not? So, this is no different than what we deal with in telling the truth. People don't want to believe it. That's why my shepherd said, go back to 1 John, 3rd chapter. That's why he said this. Say verse 13. 1 John 3:13. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. Don't be really marvel that the world is hating on you. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren. Because you love the brethren. If you don't, you're still in death. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Whoso hateth his brother is a murderer. You hate your brother, you a murderer. And you know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him. So he's looking at you. That's the judgment going to come down. If you hating on your brother, you can't hate your brother. Hereby perceive we the love of the Most High. In the Mashiach Yahushua, because he laid down his life for us. You see? That's how we know the love of a Mashiach. Through the power of the Most High. The glory to the Most High that gave his only begotten Son. That gave his life, laid down his life for wretched us. And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. We're supposed to lay down our lives for the brethren. Supposed to be that tight. But nothing can break that chain of loops. You got the weak loop, you make it strong. Those that are strong got to bear the infirmity of the weak. But whoso have this world's good, and see if his brother have need, you have something you can help your brother, you see your brother have a need, and shuteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of the Most High in him? How dwelleth the love of the Most High in you? You see your brother have a need, and you set up, you have something to help, but you set, even if it's encouragement. We got to be there for each other. We all that we have. We know the truth, but are you following the truth? When the book is closed now, you got to operate in the truth. And not tell lies. But the Most High going to get you. Wonder why this happened? Because you're not following what it is that you're supposed to be following. You fake and you phony. And you ain't real. Is real? No, I'm talking to you men and women. Think the Most High don't see you. You see everything that we do. And all the things you think you're doing in secret. And he revealed it to his servants, the prophets. Those that love him and keep his commandments. And have the spirit of life in them. And not the spirit of death. My little children, let us love. Let us not love in word, talking a whole bunch of whatever. Neither in tongue, whatever you saying, but in deed and in truth. In your deeds, your actions, and in you following what the Most High said you're supposed to be doing to operate in righteousness. His laws, statutes, commandments. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Revelation 19. Oh, no. Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Now, the saints are the 12 tribes of Israel when you read Psalms 148:14. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of a Mashiach. That's going to be his 1/3. And 144,000 going to come out of that 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. See, when you understand and overstand, go to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. Isaiah 2, the 2nd chapter. Isaiah 2 and 11. The lofty looks of man shall be humble. See that? The prideful looks of man is going to be humble. And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. You're going to bow down now, you're going to bow down later, but he's telling you you're going to be bowed down. And the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, alone, by himself, shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Most High of hosts, of armies, of angels, shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. I'll read it again. For the day of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the power of hosts, power of armies, shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, thinking they all that. Well, you better humble yourself, oh wretched men and women that we are. And he shall be brought low. You hear that? For the day of the Most High, the Mashiach Messiah, power of hosts, power of armies, power of angels, army of angels, shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. Mashiach, you look at Revelation 9:16, he's coming back with 200 million angels. And he's going to sick them on all those that's proud and lofty. That's why he say, hey, verse 11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. We got to know how to operate in this aspect, or you're going to be bowed down by the Most High. And the Most High alone shall be exalted in that day. That's why you got to give all praise and glory to the Most High. You can't praise him enough. Our little measly voice, you got angels praising him 24/7 consistently. Praise the Most High, praise the Most High, praise the Most High. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Continually, faster than what we can even say it. Praising him, trembling before him. And here we are in these mortal bodies thinking we all that. No. You hear what he said? Most High alone gonna be exalted in that day. He gonna be all in all. Believe this and believe that. And upon all, listen, for the day of the Most High of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. He said, I'm gonna get you. That's what he said, I'm gonna get you. It says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So I'm going to get you. You want to be proud and think you are that? He already said he's going to humble you. He's going to bring you low. And upon every one that is lifted up. Mashiach said, if I've been lifted up, I'm going to draw all men to me. Not you looking at me and drawing to you. You better get the Most High the glory. Mashiach was trying to make himself a no reputation. That's what works. And he shall be brought low. Come on. Because say you're going to bow down now, you're going to bow down later, but you're going to bow down. He said you're going to be brought low. That's why we got to humble ourselves before the Most High visit you. Fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. He said, I'm a consuming fire. And fire burns. Go to Deuteronomy 31 and 29. For I know that after my death, he said, after his death, ye will utterly corrupt yourselves. Saying, we going to follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, Moses. But he said, I know after my death, you're going to corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you. And evil will befall you in the latter days. Here we are in these last days, man. And he tell us evil going to befall us in the last days. Because ye will do evil in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. See? Man. And that's what we did. And that's what's going on right now. While we seeing the blunt of all this madness going on with us, look, Deuteronomy 32:5. They have corrupted themselves, see? They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. Perverse and crooked generation. Corrupted ourselves. Do ye thus requite the Most High, you old foolish people? You have seen all the things that he done? 10 plagues he put on the Egyptians. Didn't touch you. You free of those plagues. You seen him open up the Red Sea. You walked across on dry ground. You seen him close the sea up on Pharaoh and his chariots and his army. Killed them all. They washed up on the shore. You seen the miracles that he done for us in the wilderness. And still gonna be rebellious and foolish and unwise. That's us. That's why, listen to what he said. Go back to Deuteronomy 31:29. It says, for I know that after my death ye will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days. It's already prophesied that evil will befall us in the latter days. Why? Because ye will do evil in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. Man. Deuteronomy 32:6. Do you thus requite the Most High, O foolish people, and unwise? Is not he thy father that has brought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Ooh, the verse 4. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a power of truth, and without iniquity. Just and right is he. But see, we want to follow something else. We want to make our foundation some other material that will not stand, like sand. So much I gave us parables of that nature. He's the foundation. He's the rock. Tell you that in 1 Corinthians 10:4. But see, if you don't see him in the Bible, he say, for lo, I'll come in the volume of the book, do the will of the Most High. But if you don't see him, then you don't know him. 1 Corinthians 10:4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink? We talking about we in the wilderness right here. For they drank of that spiritual rock, a spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach. See? The spiritual rock that followed them, that rock was Hamashiach. Joshua 1:18. Joshua 1:18. Whosoever he be that does rebel against thy commandment, whoever it is that rebel against the commandment, and will not hearken unto the words in all that thou commanded him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage. Once again, whosoever he be that does rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken, listen, unto thy words in all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage. So, you can think you can get away from following the Most High's commandments if you want to. We went through that. We did that. We're doing that. And the judgment is coming down. That's why it's time to wake up, people, before it's too late. Daniel 9:11. We've seen all these miracles that the Most High done and still doing. Daniel 9:11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law. And all is a certain number. Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. See? That's why we're not under the law, we're under mercy and grace. Departed from the Most High's laws. And some of you allow yourself to follow those that are leading you to hell. Yeah, we just read in Revelation 14:12, keep the commandments and have true testimony, the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. Yeah, all Israel has transgressed thy law. All is a certain number, mind you. It don't mean every last one. All Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing. Even by departing. From what? From the Most High's commandments. That they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse that he told us in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, in other places, is poured upon us. Like he just said, hey, death. You want to keep the commandments? You're going to be put to death. The curse is poured upon us. And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, we just read one oath. In the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem, upon the children of Israel. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us, yet made we not our prayers before the Most High our power, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand thy truth. Understand the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, people. That's what it's all about. The truth is the law, statutes, commandments. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. We want to follow some other way. Go to the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 5. The 5th chapter. And we're going to look at verse 2. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 2. So we come a long way And we should be reaping more than what we are seeing and doing what's right. As the Most High say, you do what I say, I'm going to bless you. So why can't we be blessed? Ecclesiastes 5:2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. You know, so don't follow the way of your own mind, to walk in the ways of your heart. Why you say that? Go to Jeremiah. Just find out why he's saying that. See, we want to do whatever we want to do, how we want to do it. You taught in this world, follow your heart, right? Jeremiah 17:9. The heart, which is your mind, is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? That's why I say don't follow your own heart. You got to follow your mind as it's being instructed by the Most High. Mashiach Elvashai. Mashiach Elvashai. Look, Ecclesiastes 5:2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. Because the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Most High will surely revenge thy pride. Most High going to surely revenge your pride. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Look what I'm doing, look what I'm doing. Look at me. I. Most High say he going to surely revenge your pride. You already say he going to bring you low. That's why you better understand, overstand. Jeremiah 9:4. Jeremiah 9:4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, try and get over on you. And every neighbor will walk with slanders, talking about somebody. See, you got to look at this and say, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to fall into that category. You know, pay attention, take heed, pay attention. He's saying, take ye heed, every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders, and they will deceive every one of his neighbor. I mean, they'll lie to you, and will not speak the truth, because they're liars. They liars, like he said, you are your father the devil. In the lust of your father you would do. You was a liar from the beginning, abode not in the truth. It's no different. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. See, that's our people. He's talking to Israel. He's talking about nobody else but Israel. Children of the devil. Straight up. How about that? And it's sad because when you look at, you want them to, our people to be really in the spirit with us all together. It's better that, you have those that show their true colors and just, hey, not dealing with what it says here. Go to and you have a reason not to not deal with certain people. Romans 16 and 17. It said, now beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So you have somebody that's caused divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, you have a right to avoid them. You have a right to avoid them. Because you're going to see that What he says next is all about them lifting themselves up in pride. For they that are such serve not our power of Mashiach. Niggas say Mashiach, niggas say whatever name, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yeshua, whatever name they use. Say, for they that are such serve not our power, Hamashiach Yahushai, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speech, they speak very well, deceive the hearts of the simple. You deceive because you a simple-minded sucker. They're going to deceive you. That's what he said, deceive the heart of the simple. That's why, of the Proverbs, first chapter, and verse 22. Deceive the heart of the simple. Why? He said, how long ye simple ones, Proverbs 1:22, how long ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Fools gonna hate knowledge, and scorners gonna delight in their scorning because they really not working in the spirit. If you're in the same position you was 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, 5 years ago, the spirit ain't moving with you, so you gotta really look at yourself. Do an examination, self-examination. If you think this is all about just one thing, no, man, this is vast knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the spirit that we gotta have to make it in these last days, brothers. Better hear what the word's saying. That's for real. Because without it, might as well say, hey, what am I gonna do? You're still lost. You need to know spiritually how this all works. Because he don't want everybody to be saved. He don't want everybody to get this. Else you wouldn't have a problem in not knowing. You would know. We would all know. But we only know in part and prophesy in part. And that's the way it is. It's like that. That's just the way it is. No matter how you look at it, it is what it is. So we as a people, he bringing us together. Look at Ezekiel 37 in verse 16. Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. So he said, hey, get a stick and write a stick for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. He said, write on the stick for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And on the other stick, write for Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's what he's telling us to do. When you look at the sign, 12 tribes sign, we scatter. Our mine says indigenous. Those are the waters of Judah. As it says in Isaiah 48:1. Oh yeah. But he said, hey, make a stick. And the one stick for Judah and for the children of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. His companions. So he did take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, who represents Ephraim. Bringing us together. Joseph represents Ephraim, which means the northern tribes. and for all the house of Israel, his companions, which will represent Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. It says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. See? And when the children of thy people, who are the Israelites, shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou now not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus said the Most High Power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick. And they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereof thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. So you got to see the 12 tribes. That's what he's saying. Just a moment. Yeah, so that's what he's saying. You got to see the 12 tribes as we put it in our face. Verse 20, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. See? That's the 12 tribes being before the Israelites' eyes. They sinned them. And said to them, thus said the Most High Power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. And we scattered among the heathen. Whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations. When he divided the nation of Israel, southern tribes and the northern tribes, during the time of Jeroboam and Rehoboam, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols. Ain't gonna be no idolatry going on, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places. See, the Most High gonna redeem us out of everywhere he scattered us in, wherein they have sinned. You know we have sinned, but he gonna still gather us from all these different places that we're scattered in, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. He gonna clean us up, people. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. So you can't look at anything better than that. Most I say we're gonna be his people, and he gonna be our power. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So that's the good news. So you should be, elated to be part of that. So I think I'm going to stop right there, seeing that we all come together, and hopefully that'll touch someone to be able to move them to look at ourselves and become a better Israelite as we grow in the spirit to the kingdom. And with that, I say shalom.